There exists a mysterious, exotic, natural substance. Not a drug, not a synthetic compound engineered in a laboratory. Something older, something found, not invented. A substance delivering a range of profound biological effects, once thought impossible to combine in a single natural source: endurance. Sustained energy, not a spike, not a crash. Sustained. Metabolic balance. Support for natural GLP-1 signaling. Cellular protection. Antioxidant defense. Cardiovascular support. Visual health support. Resilience. Recovery. Not one, not two, many. It does not fit a category. What is Arctic ruby oil? To understand Arctic ruby oil, you have to begin not in a laboratory, but in one of the most extreme and productive marine ecosystems on Earth, the North Atlantic. Beneath its surface exists a food web of staggering complexity. Whales, seabirds, fish, seals, an entire living architecture of species, all dependent on what lies at the very foundation, a single organism. Calanus finmarchicus, a copepod, barely a few millimeters in length, individually almost invisible, but collectively, forming blooms so vast they are visible from space. It is not an exaggeration to say this tiny organism is the engine of the North Atlantic, the life force of the system. Remove it, and the entire ecosystem above it collapses. What is Arctic ruby oil? Consider the little auk, a small seabird weighing less than 200 grams and one of the most extraordinary endurance athletes in the natural world. It dives repeatedly into near-freezing water hundreds of times per day. It flies against Arctic storms that would ground larger birds. It migrates thousands of kilometers, season after season. How? Because Calanus finmarchicus and the dense energy stored within its oil is the foundation of the little auk's diet. They are not eating whatever is available. They are selecting for the highest energy density food source in the ocean. This is performance fuel. What is Arctic ruby oil? Now consider something at the opposite end of the scale, the bowhead whale, the longest living mammal on Earth. Individual bowhead whales have been aged using biochemical analysis, revealing animals alive before the Industrial Revolution, before modern medicine existed as a concept, living well beyond 200 years, sustained in significant part by the oil locked inside Calanus finmarchicus. The bowhead whale is not a fragile creature extended beyond its natural lifespan. It is a biological system of extraordinary resilience, functioning, healthy, alive, for longer than almost any mammal that has ever existed. This is performance fuel. What is Arctic ruby oil? Up to 85% of the body weight of Calanus finmarchicus is oil. This organism has evolved over millions of years into, in biological terms, almost entirely an oil storage vessel. When food is available, it converts energy into oil at an extraordinary rate. When Arctic winter arrives and food disappears, it descends to the deep ocean and lives off that reserve for months. The oil is not incidental to the organism. The oil is the organism's entire strategy for survival. Pure, stored, sustained energy. Extracted carefully, with its molecular structure preserved, this is what we call Arctic ruby oil. Named for its color, a deep, vivid ruby red, produced naturally by the presence of astaxanthin within the organism itself. What is Arctic ruby oil? Yes, omega-3. But here is where Arctic ruby oil diverges from everything else. In fish oil, EPA and DHA are packaged as triglycerides. In krill oil, they are delivered as phospholipids. In Arctic ruby oil, wax esters, a fundamentally different molecular structure. A fatty acid bonded to a fatty alcohol, long, linear, stable, that the human digestive system approaches differently. Wax esters are digested more slowly. They travel further through the gastrointestinal tract. They interact with receptor systems in the gut that triglycerides and phospholipids never reach. Slower, deeper, further. What is Arctic ruby oil? Deep in the lower small intestine, in a region that most omega-3 supplements never reach, there are specialized cells containing receptors that respond to fatty acid signals. When the right lipid structures arrive, these receptors trigger the release of GLP-1, glucagon-like peptide 1, one of the most important metabolic signaling molecules in the human body. central to how your body manages blood sugar, satiety, and insulin response. Because wax esters travel further into the GI tract, they arrive where these receptors are most concentrated. Arctic ruby oil supports the natural activation of this pathway, not through a pharmaceutical mechanism, but a nutritional one. What is Arctic ruby oil? Arctic ruby oil is not a single compound. It is a system. Stearidonic acid, an omega-3 that sits one metabolic step closer to EPA than plant-based sources, making it more efficiently converted by the body. Polycosanols, long-chain alcohols inherent to the wax ester structure itself, associated with healthy cholesterol balance, not added, naturally present. Astaxanthin, the compound behind the ruby red color, among the most potent naturally occurring antioxidants identified. Oil-soluble, meaning it integrates directly into cell membranes, the eyes, the brain, and the cardiovascular system, precisely where oxidative stress causes the most damage. 3 compounds, 3 biological roles, 1 system. What is Arctic ruby oil? Purity. In the supplement industry, this word is used freely, often without meaning much. Here, it has a specific and verifiable meaning. Calanus finmarchicus lives at the very base of the marine food chain, feeding on phytoplankton. It has had no opportunity to accumulate the heavy metals, PCBs, and persistent organic pollutants that concentrate, through biomagnification, as they travel up toward larger predators. A source at the base of the food chain does not carry that burden. Clean, untouched. The closest possible origin point to the original source of marine nutrition. Not a marketing claim, a biological fact. What is Arctic ruby oil? Engine, energy, signal, system, endurance, longevity, protection. Every one of these words is accurate, and not one of them is sufficient. Call it an omega-3, and you miss the wax ester structure. Call it an antioxidant, and you miss the GLP-1 story. Call it a metabolic support, and you miss the longevity dimension. Every category you reach for leaves something essential out. It does not fit a category. It is something else. Arctic ruby oil, a substance shaped not by a product development brief, but by millions of years of Arctic evolution. Something of almost implausible biological complexity. A mysterious, exotic, natural substance, impossible to categorize. The mystery continues. What is Arctic ruby oil? Over 2 million bottles sold.